From Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, we've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the New York Yankees. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
New York Yankees.
And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Elmer Rodriguez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Gunnar Henderson leading things off and takes a strike. Rodriguez, 22 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2021. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Ball. And he grounds one to the right side. Jazz tosses to first. One out in the top of the first. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, Boog, one reason for those long balls comes from the lineup being aggressive and confident. If they maintain that approach, they could hit a few more today.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Close one. Doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1.
Ball.
Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. Fouls one off. 2-2. Got him. 2 gone. Two outs, base is empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers.
Whoa.
And the 1-0. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium and on the hill, number 63. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Oh.
Going to count 1-2. Got him swinging.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 22.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. Seeing plenty of left-handed bats in this lineup against a righty on the hill.
Yeah, they're looking to ambush, and you wonder if it's going to lead to a big game for him or not. Certainly, it's a nice boost of confidence to think you can get to that pitcher on the mound with all those lefties in the lineup, and with that extra split second they have to react. We'll see how it shakes out here.
Foul ball there. Line drive, base hit, and that's a one-out single. Here comes Aaron Judge.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Oh.
The 1-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
And a 2-1 on the way. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, left field. Beavers snags it on the run.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
The right fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Rice off of first with 2 away.
Strike. Woo.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2. This one popped up. Jackson gets under it. And that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. New inning getting started. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle. Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. No. You got to figure regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year.
I'll tell you this, nobody on his team is worried about it. They've seen him do it year in and year out. May get off to a slow start, may have a slow mid, but when the game's on the line, when the season's on the line, he's the guy they want at the plate.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
That is it. The catcher.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. No score here in the second. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Left field, way back there. That one carrying. Going. Gone. He circles the bases, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
On the ground, right side. Jazz tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting in, the third baseman, Weston Wilson.
Now the third baseman, Weston Wilson.
Strike, woo!
Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Oh!
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's two down.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson.
Two gone, bases empty, but 3 runs across here at the top of the second. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. Orioles get 3 on this long ball. It's now 3-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
And it's fouled away. Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. And he takes the strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings over the splitter for strike three.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
Ball one.
On the ground, and that one finds its way through, and a man aboard.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, J.C. Escarra. That one lifted to left. Beavers moving under this one. Makes the grab.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Quick move to first, and he's back in there. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Throughout history, the fastball down has been the most successful pitch. Guys can handle a little bit better these days, but they, of course, still prefer something belt high.
Dominguez off of first with two away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One left for the Yankees. They trail it here 3-0. On to the third inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
You know, these Orioles doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
That one almost got him.
Ball three.
Three-one is on the way. He swings and fouls one off. Payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Taylor Ward.
Pitch kicks away to second, in there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Strike one. Ball.
And that is out of play. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So now with one away and a man at second. Now the left fielder, Dylan Beavers. He's 0 for 1. Left field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman, number 25, Pete Alonso.
Clips the corner. Strike one.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Man at second. Swing and a bouncer. McMahon fires across the diamond, and that takes care of Alonso. And that ends the inning. One left for the Orioles, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. As we go to the last of the third. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jose Caballero.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two.
Feels like the fastball is catching them off guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ball.
Line drive, base hit right field. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent Grisham.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. One away.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben.
One out man at first. And next for New York, Ben Rice. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Quick toss to first. Caballero back in on a dive. Out towards right center field. O'Neill should have this one. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
Man on second, 2 down. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And a foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. 3 innings complete. It's the Orioles 3 and the Yankees nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. On to the fourth. Now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. One down.
Woo, he was all over
Up
that
next
first
for the
pitch
Orioles,
fastball.
the
Just
right fielder,
barely
number 9,
missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
O'Neill.
O'Neill, 30 years old now, made his debut in 2019, and he was a third-round pick back in 2013.
That's a ball.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything
Up next
came
for the
together
Orioles,
perfectly for
the
him right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Here's Leody Taveras.
No, that's a ball.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Around second, on his way to third. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with
Up next
one
for the
gone.
Orioles, the third baseman.
Runners at the
Weston
corners here, one away. Weston Wilson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 1 so far. Fought off foul. Two on, one out. That's a strike. 0-2 now.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And the strike is overturned after review. So they've still got both their challenges. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The Orioles trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Now fly ball to right center. That's a base hit. Run scores. Coming home. Throw cut off to third. He's in there.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Elmer Rodriguez will depart. And this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
Camilo Doval on to pitch out of the pen here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. Gets him to chase after that one. Movement in the Yankees pen. Will Warren, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Yarbrough, a left-hander, also throwing. Tranquilo Camilo notches the K.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch in that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. And first offering is fouled off. Wilson on third with 2 out.
Oh!
Dives and he can't hang on. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the third out. The inning is over. But they pick up a pair here, both coming on this 2-run triple. And the lead is now 5-0. Back in the Bronx. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Cody Bellinger.
And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. He goes down looking.
Oh, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout. I just think the lack of drawing any walks is an indication that they need to be a little more selective and less anxious about forcing something to happen.
No question about this one. It's out of here. He'll circle the bases, and they're on the scoreboard. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate, here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
One down. Jason Dominguez will hit next. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. And that's in there for strike 1. Top of the zone for a called strike. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. This one in the air, center field. Taveras under it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Yankees, the catcher, J.C. Escara.
No, that's a ball.
In the air, right field. And that'll do it. Yankees get a homer to cut the lead. It's now 5-1. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Taylor Ward.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Here's a 1-1. This one smoked on its way out of here. He blasts a souvenir into the second deck, and they add on. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there. It's really been a top to bottom effort. Pretty much everyone's finding a way to contribute, and they're feeding off each other. This is pretty fun to watch.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one fouled off. Ball to strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Here's Pete Alonso. 1 for 2. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Here comes the 0-1. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
There's a swing and a drive. That one opts against the fence. And he's got a double.
Up next for the Orioles.
A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Off the catcher and rolls away. But no advance. That's ball 1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Man at second. And now 3-1. Foul ball. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Camilo Doval departs. And he's responsible for the runner on second. So the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Ryan Yarbrough. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And now, Tyler O'Neill. He's already homered in this game. Man on second, 2 down. Right side, hard hit. Rice takes it himself. They limit the damage here. Solo homer brings in 1 for Baltimore. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back at Yankee Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Ball 1. Strike 1.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
The 0-1. And that clips the inside corner. McMahon on at first. Nobody out.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Man at first, 1 away. Down low, it kicks away. The throw into second, safe. And now a man into scoring position.
Really good read by the runner there. His secondary lead, he anticipates the trajectory going down and gets a really nice jump up to second base. Now he's in scoring position. He's taken away the double play opportunity.
Popped in the air, left field, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Rice.
Ground ball to the right side. Jackson there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. The Yanks leave one. They trail it 6-1. Back at the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. Now here is Leody Taveras.
The center fielder, Leody Taveras.
Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Will Warren getting loose out there. And the 0-1.
Ball 2.
Ripped, but it curls foul. And a swing and a miss, and there's one away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
On the corner for a strike. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Way back there, and that is foul. Hit on the ground to the right side. Rice takes it to the bag. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
For the Orioles, the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson.
2 down, bases empty. And now it's going to be Jeremiah Jackson.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. In the air to left center, Dominguez coming on, and that'll do it. Nothing across here this half. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees 1.
Now pitching for the
Back
Orioles,
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Andrew Kittredge.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Aaron Judge.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Number 65. The rookie right-hander is getting loose. The 1-0. So here in the 3 spot, Chris, a hitter low average but high slug.
Well, one thing he's going to lean on are the metrics. His exit velocity has been really good. He's just had some bad luck hitting the ball right at people.
And that one is downstairs. They're now 3-1. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Cody Bellinger.
Just off the outside edge. Ball one. Right through there for a strike. Lined, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Yes.
The 0-1.
No, that's a ball.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. Inside, almost got him. Grounded to third. Could be two. Over to Jackson. That's one. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Andrew Kittredge is done, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
coming on for the Orioles, number 65. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Foul ball there. And that one wrapped foul. The 0-2. High fly ball out to center field. Taveras has a beat on it, and that is the third out of the inning. Nice work from the Baltimore pen there. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees 1. We go to the top of the seventh. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. In the air, center field. Grisham under it. One up, one down.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Taylor Ward.
Ball one.
That's in there. And the count even 1-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
On the inside corner for a strike.
Ball two.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Ryan Yarbrough won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
A new pitcher in the game, Fernando Cruz.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, base is empty. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Cruz, 35 years old, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2007. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Back for more from the Bronx. Set for the last half of the 7th. J.C. Escarra stepping in now for the Yankees. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, right side. He'll do it himself, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
That's out the corner.
And that one ripped to left. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those loop hits to get a knock sometimes.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
Strike. Woo. That's a ball.
You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. And there's a ball.
Executed that pitch very nicely, just missed with it.
Line to left, and that's a fair ball. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up Next for the Yankees.
Manager out of the
Number
dugout
50,
now,
number
and it looks like we'll see a
22.
change on the mound. Number 65 gives way, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
So they turn to the lefty
Number
in this
48,
spot, number 48.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
First and second, 2 outs. Ben Rice stepping in now for the Yankees.
Oh.
Two on, 2 outs. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Yanks strand a pair. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Back in the Bronx. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Liner caught at second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Swings over the top of that one. Strike 2. That one way inside.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. And next for the Orioles, Tyler O'Neill. He's already homered here in this one.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is downstairs.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Here's a 2-0. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Next offering in there for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Gets the outside corner with that one. O'Neill wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And that's ball 4. Tried another splitter, but missed the spot.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Nope, that's high.
O'Neill, the runner at first with 2 gone. And down on strikes. That ends the frame. 1 left for the Orioles. They lead it, though, 6-1. Back here in New York, on to the bottom of the 8th. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
That one the other way, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Got on plane with that pitch. Not as far away, but out there a little bit. But he let it travel, tracked it, didn't try to pull it. And that's something that can help you get going, get on track. Maybe a little bit too late in this ball game, but you just never know.
1 out, runner at second. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. One out and a runner at second here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That clips a corner. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Runner steals third, though they get the out on the dropped strike 3.
Nice job recovering to complete the strikeout at first base right there. Even though the runner from second does move up to third, it's not a big deal in this situation now that there are 2 outs. Just makes blocking pitches in the dirt to this next batter even more critical.
Way inside, gets out of the way. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Ball.
That one outside.
That's a ball.
Ball 3.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So it's a good take by him.
Strike 1. Dominguez thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still 2 challenges left for them. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 48 out of the game. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Here's a new pitcher from the
Number
pen,
21,
Ryan Helsley.
Ryan
He's been so good
Helsley.
against lefties. Here's the Yankees catcher now, J.C. Escarra. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a groundout.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. Escarra wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. Corners are occupied with 2 down. That catches the corner.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Two on, two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two. Got him swinging for the K. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees 1.
Now pitching for the
We're
Yankees.
back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Will Warren.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Leading off for the Orioles, the third baseman, Weston Wilson.
Hit on the ground to short. Caballero tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Jeremiah Jackson.
Inside, just missed. Movement in the Yankees pen. Jake Bird up and throwing. The 1-0.
Strike one.
That one hit the knees for a strike.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Stays alive. And down on strikes he goes. And a couple of quick outs.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third. And that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Taylor.
Now here's the Orioles DH,
Ward.
Taylor Ward. And the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
In the air to left center. Caballero under it. And that is that. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees 1. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom of the ninth.
The third baseman.
Here's Ryan McMahon now.
McMahon.
Yes.
And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they still got both their challenges. And another ball. That one misses. Ball 3. And there's the automatic.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
100 at the knees for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Comes up empty.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
On the outside corner, got him looking.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12.
Back to the top of the order. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
Foul.
The 0-1. That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
On the ground to third. Has some trouble with it. He decides to eat it, and that leaves them with runners at first and second.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Ben Wright.
Ball 1.
The Yankees down 5, trying to battle back here in the last half of inning number 9.
Strike. Woo.
Gets the call. Now 1-2. He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Two on, 1 out. Just missed. Swinging a foul out of play. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another. (3-2). And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching for the
Jose
Orioles,
Espada comes on trying to close it out. A chance at his first save of the year. It's Aaron Judge now. 0 for 3 in this one. And ball one to Judge. Bases loaded, one away. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. McMahon at third. Grisham at second. Rice over at first with one away. Judge rips that one. Can't reach it. Should score at least two. One run is in. Another comes in to score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for two. The Yankees looking to rally. Here bottom nine, and the home team trying to rally to at least tie it up. They're down to their final strike. Started after it. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. It's ruled a swing and a strikeout, and this ball game is over.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on